And some big news in the tech industry today. The Supreme Court ruling on two cases, the first involving Google and Oracle, the second involving Twitter. In a 6-2 vote, the justices sided with Google in an $8 billion copyright dispute with Oracle. When Google created Android back in 2007, it used more than 11,000 lines of code from Oracle's Java platform. Oracle then accused Google of plagiarism, but Google said using the code is a common practice in the industry, and the High Court agreed. Also today, the court dismissed a case dealing with former President Donald Trump's efforts to block critics from his personal Twitter account. Lower courts had ruled against him, but the justices said there was nothing left in the case because he's no longer president and he was permanently suspended from Twitter after the riot at the U.S. Capitol. And in other tech headlines, the personal information of more than 500 million users was found on a website used by hackers, including full names, phone numbers, and email addresses. This is Facebook users. The report says the data may be several years old, but raises questions about the information collected by social media and how secure that data is. So joining me now to talk about the significance of today's tech headlines, Burton Kelso. He's the owner and chief tech expert of Integral. That's a computer company based in Kansas City, Missouri. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start with that big win for Google against Oracle in that copyright dispute case. Tell us the bigger significance here.
Well, I think the bigger significance is that in the tech industry, it should be understood that there are going to be certain code, certain practices that are going to be used across tech devices. I think what Oracle was trying to capitalize on is the fact that anything that you put out as a tech company should be property of that company. But Google has proven, and the Supreme Court is chose to share that if a specific tech code that is allowed to be shared across different technology devices, it's almost saying that if you do code, you can't share specific lines that are integral to all tech devices out there. It's an interconnected society, and I think the Supreme Court has definitely shared that.
Yeah, that's what it would appear like, definitely interconnected there. All right, let's shift to the decision involving former President Trump's Twitter account.
Yes, so I think the big thing with the former president is that he has to understand that Twitter is a privately owned company. So he can't go to the Supreme Court and say, hey, you've got to block people from saying disparaging things on my Twitter account, because it's a privately owned company. So Twitter can set the rules as far as what goes on their platform, and the president doesn't really have any grounds to sue Twitter, and the Supreme Court obviously judged in Twitter's favor.
All right, so now just really quickly, let's talk about that major hack discovered over the weekend. 500 million Facebook users, their information posted on a website. That's a lot of people affected.
It is. I mean, obviously there's close to 2 billion people on Facebook, but still 500 million is a lot of people. And even though this hack occurred back in 2019, it still shows that big tech companies need to do a better job protecting people's personal data. Right now, I think every user out there should be vigilant and make sure that they're changing their passwords to any online account they're using, especially Facebook. But it definitely shows that big tech needs to do a better job as far as making sure that our personal data is safe and secure and out of the hands of cyber criminals.
And Burton, just really quickly, some people I know see this and they say, you know what, I'm just done with social media. They want to get off completely. What would you say to that? Are you saying change your passwords, or would you recommend just saying, you know what, I'm done?
It's a double-edged sword, because a lot of people use Facebook to market their business, and to get off of that maybe mean a loss of revenue. But it's almost like you have to stay on the Facebook because you want to stay connected with friends and family. Myself, I was going to stay on Facebook. I'm just going to do a better job of making sure that I'm changing passwords on a regular basis. And I think everyone else should do the same thing.
And maybe just make sure you're not sharing anything that you don't potentially want shared with who knows, because it's out there. All right, Burton Kelso, thank you so much for your expertise tonight.
Thank you, Nicole.